The Bamboo Project Podcast starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project Podcast. My name is DonivanGray, the future $10 billion man. On the way to 10 billion, I decided I'm going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every day and documenting the journey to get there. I figure I'll make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is DonivanGray, and this is how I will turn my life into a living. I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to all the people rocking with us and supporting the channel. We really appreciate you. All right. We are currently streaming on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, you name it, we on it. And if we are not on it, we about to be on it. For everyone listening to this podcast and not watching it, you can find us on YouTube at The Bamboo Project. We have over 400 videos on our channel. You want to learn real estate? We got that. You want cooking tutorials inspired by Dr.Sebi? We got that. Travel and lifestyle vlogs? Got it. You want makeup and hair growth tutorials? Got it. Basketball? Got it. It's everything us. All the parts of the journey that do not make it to YouTube will be on our story. You can find me on Instagram at DonivanGray, DonivanGray, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, AnetaBurn, AnetaBurn. The Bamboo Project is about turning your life into a living by making money off the things you already do every day. We made different playlists for all the things we are into, and you can find all of those links in the description box below. This may be your first time here, and if it is, welcome to the family. But for everyone else, this is chapter 2, page 96. We almost at that 100 mark. Okay.
97.
90. It is? For real? 97. Shit. Damn, three episodes away from 100. 3 episodes away from 100. What will happen in 3 weeks from now? The way things are going today is kind of crazy. This week, I mean. So, we have 4 different segments. We have the life update, episode playback, Donovan's questions, and the topic of the day. All video and audio timestamps will be in the description box below. Today's day is January 25th, and it is 1:50 p.m. All right. There's a lot. This week was a very crazy week. This is definitely a crazy week for sure. Like, absolutely. But you already know how we start off the podcast. For everybody who has goals, aspirations, and dreams, okay, I can tell you right now, your phone is probably slowing you down. So for that reason, we decided that every week we're going to go and look at our screen time on our phone to see how much time we are spending on our phone and see if we can cut back, try and find out where the best areas to reduce that time on the phone is at. All right, so last week I was on my phone for 8 hours and 13 minutes a day. Now that's amazing because I'm actually going down. The week before that, I was on my phone for 9 hours and 14 minutes. So I spent 1 hour less per day on my phone. Phenomenal. Let's see. So my most used app was Safari, then it was YouTube, then it was Instagram.
I don't know. I feel like you've had better weeks than that.
I didn't say it was my best week. I said it was my better week than last week. That's what a hater sounds like. Y'all heard what a hater sounds like? That's Melissa. Right. Y'all heard it right here.
It was phenomenal. Know about that one.
What you mean? Anything that's progress is phenomenal. We're going in the right direction. Okay. And it's down 11%. That's a whole hour. That's down 1 whole hour. Then we have my average pickups was 106 per day. The most for me was 174, which is on Thursday, which is crazy. So 8 hours and 5 minutes for the whole week on Instagram. Okay. That's amazing. So that's 7 divided by 8. That's less than an hour a day on Instagram. Look at me being an adult. Check me out. I spent 10 hours on YouTube, which is, it's not crazy. I spent 3.5 hours on YouTube Studio, which is kind of funny. All right. Right, exactly. Just seeing how many views we got, how much money we made, how many subscribers we got. So what is your screen time for last week? Because I know that I probably did better than you. So let's see what your numbers at.
Last week, 4 hours.
I knew it. I did better than you every time, every week.
4 hours.
Everybody do better than her.
And 43 minutes.
Listen, she be cheating. I'm gonna find out how you be cheating.
Ooh, snap. I'm down 35% from the week before. The week before, I was at...
She cheating. I gotta find out how she's cheating.
7 hours and 14 minutes. Last week I was at 4 hours and 43 minutes. Honestly, I don't even know. Let's see. I was on TikTok for 9 hours.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
She had your period. That's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating.
How is that cheating?
Because you was sleeping the whole time. That's cheating.
4 hours. Don't be hating.
And eating food and watching TV. That's cheating.
TikTok 9 hours. Instagram 4 hours and 30 minutes. Messages 2 hours and 30 minutes. I had 92 pickups. What else? Most pickups was Saturday, 102. And I spent an hour and 59 minutes on entertainment for the week. No, that's not true. What? That makes sense. Oh, that's different than social. Okay, never mind. So yeah, 4 hours and 43 minutes a day. Are you hating? Is that hating?
Listen, I already know. Listen, my score's better than yours. I already know I did better than you.
How was your score?
Don't worry about it. We're not doing math. We just assuming.
I see. We're not doing
so, anyways,
I won, yeah.
you be thinking you won and then you didn't. So, like I said, this week has been crazy, and it's a lot of stuff that happened this week. It's so many things that happened this week. I don't even know where to start with. I was trying to figure out what to even lead off the podcast with. I think I'm gonna start with the MCA loans. I think I'm gonna start with those. This was a crazy week. All right. So I'm gonna catch everybody up to speed who is unfamiliar with the position we are in right now. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown because a lot of other people who have been here for a minute, they already know what the situation is. So for those who do not, we are renovating a house in Philadelphia that we recently bought. Not recently, it's been a year now. And we went over budget by $50,000. So we had to find a way. Ooh, that looks fat.
Do what you're doing. You're doing a podcast.
Listen, that shit is this sticking out.
Oh my, what are you talking about? Do your job. Like, what are you talking about?
What you want me to do? It's right there.
NSFW.
I work from home, so I'm gonna tell you to wear that. So we were $50,000 over budget, and we had to figure out a way to find $50,000 to get the job done for the house. So we found something called MCA loan, or stands for Merchant Cash Advance. And pretty much what they do is they loan you money based on how much money you make every single month. Listen here. Pick something. Either you're gonna go up or you're going down. Okay. The problem with these loans is they have very high interest rates, like 15% or something like that. And the worst part about them, you have to pay them back every day. Most loans, you pay them back once a month, maybe for like a year or two or whenever you paid it off. These have terms of 6 months, 3 months, 9 months, whatever. So the biggest issue is paying them back every day. So mind you, we don't make that much money. We don't make any money, to be honest with you. We just found a way to get approved for these loans. So our monthly expenses with the loans were, if you would count January, I would say that they're going like about $12,000 a month they were getting to, right? So that's what we had to pay every single month, and that's just on the MCA loans. They were charging us like $500 a day, maybe $700 a day, something crazy like that. We are about 2 months out from finishing the renovation for the house. We're at the final stretch, and our money has more or less come to an end. So I decided, you know what? The best thing in the situation was to try and call them and see, hey, can we get like a forbearance, or can you kind of delay these payments until, I was going to get like 3 months, right? One person said we can do 5 days. I'm like, 5 days? I'm like, that's not going to work for me. Everybody else was like, yeah, we can't do that at all. We could lower it, but we cannot stop it. I said, okay, y'all can't stop it. Bet. I'm going to stop it. I'll find a way to stop it. If y'all don't want to do it, because my thing is this. I have no problem paying them back. Paying back is not my issue. I just need the house to be finished so that we can take that money to then pay them off. If they want to be that stringent with the rule, cool. So I called up my bank and I said, hey, bank. They said, hey, Donovan. I said, hey, bank. They said, what's going on? I said, there's some ACH payments coming out of my account. I need them to be stopped. They're like, oh, sure, no problem. It'll be a little $30 fee per ACH payment, and we'll stop it right away. Got it stopped. Now, my biggest issue with getting it stopped, one reason I had to get it stopped was they charged me for something. I don't know what it was for. And I kept calling them to find out, hey, what are these charges for? Nobody answered me. Nobody had a question for me. I said, okay. All right, nobody want to answer my question? Everybody's getting paused. Nobody's getting paid until I figure out who is charging me extra money they shouldn't be charging me. Y'all want to take your time answering me? Well, now y'all have more than enough time to figure out what's going on with why I'm getting charged extra amounts of money. So here's where we at now with that, right? When I called up all the lenders, they were like, nah, we can't do that. And I'm like, okay, so what is the plan if I can't pay these loans back? They were like, well, we just kind of base it off of how much you make every month. So we're just going to pay you. You're going to charge you a little bit less. And I'm like, no. If I have no money to pay it at all, what's happening? He's like, oh, well, that's not really an option. I'm like, yeah. But what happens when that happens? He said, oh, he going to default. I said, okay, what's the process with that? Now, I asked that question because I'm like, listen, if y'all do have an option of stopping this payment for a month or two, and y'all are choosing not to do this, fine. Then this will go into default. And then we can figure this out later. We can figure it out in court. Either I can have a collector. However y'all want to do this, we're going to figure it out later. Because I tried to talk to them, and they was like, we're not having that. So one of the guys I called, when I said that, he was like, oh, well, if you try and do that, we're going to have to put a UCC lien on your property and all your real estate and all types of assets and whatnot, right? And I'm like, all right, bro, go ahead. I'm like, because here's the thing. And this is why I have no problem with, I would say, paying the price of success. That's what I have. That's my term for it, right? Probably when I was 20 years old, I got a gold Amex card, right? And I had a clothing line, I call it that, but I was trying to make clothing. And my plan was like brand association. So I was going to take my brand, right? And I was going to wear and do photo shoots with other high-end expensive brands. So when somebody sees it, they go, oh, I know that jacket is Gucci, but what's that shirt? That's my brand. That was the plan. So to do that, I was going to go out and buy a bunch of expensive clothing and take a photo shoot and bring it back. That didn't go the way it was supposed to. I'm not going to go too far into that details, but a lot of things went wrong and that didn't go and pan out. So I was to return it. That wasn't able to happen. So they ended up like trying to sue me and take me to collections or put the money in collections. So that whole process took like a year, if not longer than that. And that was just for them to get me to agree to pay them a certain amount of money. That was it. There was not like they got the money. It was just like, hey, okay, we finally have went through all the problem litigations or whatever. Now we have settled on you should pay X amount of dollars per month, right? So I'm like, okay. So at that point, I think I had to go with like a meeting up with somebody. And my mom was telling me, which I still don't really know how it works, but according to YouTube, I have seen this before. A lot of credit repair people talk about this, that you don't have to pay your debt when it's in collections. I don't know how that works. I just heard that. But I know when I sat down with this person, which I thought was so crazy, he's like a hood dude, but he had like a hood dude who had money. It was like that, but he was a lawyer. So I was just like, this is kind of odd. He was like a black dude, probably young, maybe 25, 26. And he had on like Gucci shades, a Rolex, I think, or Gucci watch, and just like a suit that was too tight, like all that stuff, right? So I just was like, okay, this is kind of strange. So he's sitting there and he's like, so, how much can you pay on this loan? Or how much that you owe? I was like, I think I owe like 11,000 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I could probably do like 5. He's like, okay, you know what? I gotta go and talk to my manager real quick. So mind you, we're in like one of these federal buildings in New York. He walks out into the hallway, right? And I guess he pretends to call somebody, which I thought was so corny. Comes back and he's like, yeah, we could do that. We could do 4,000. I'm like, all right. So my mom told me I should have went for 0. But I'm like, I didn't mind paying because I'm like, I did borrow the money and I was going to pay it back. Just didn't have it at the time. So I'm like, cool. So going through that whole process, my mom always wanted to ask me, like, why you do that? This is the reason why. Because now I'm in a position to know how these things work. So if they want to go through this whole process of having a lawsuit and trying to, put a lien on this and garnish this and take that, it's like, you want to do all of those things. Listen, it's not gonna happen tomorrow, the day after that, or the week after that, and it's gonna cost money. So it's like, is that really worth it? Plus, the total amount that I had owed or that I borrowed was like $72,000, and I think I paid off like 40 of it. So I'm like, y'all about to go to war over 30K, and mind you, it's not even 30K for like one person. One person is like 10, another person is like 5, another one is like 8. So I'm like, you about to go to war with me over $8,000? Sure. And that's what you want to do. I'm not going to stop you from trying to get your $8,000 back. Because like I said, we're going to pay it back.
Small claims.
Huh?
That's small claims. That's not even like major.
That's I'm like, y'all about to stress me over what? $5,000? That's really what y'all want to do? Okay, by all means. That's what you want to do. Go to war over $5,000. So, and like I said, again, I'm going to pay it. Y'all just needed to give me 2 months. So right now we are going to battle with whatever this is going to come up with. And like I said, I think we should be fine. It's an ongoing story, so we're going to see how it goes. It's always good for the podcast. And this is what I was saying the other day. It would have been annoying if we had already solved this whole problem in 1 week. But now it's better for the podcast. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what ends up coming over the next couple of weeks. It's more fun for us. I don't know about Melissa, but I enjoy, having these little squabbles. So
they said that for guys with ADHD or something like that. Remember? They said that their stress curve was like
right.
all the way over here.
I don't feel nothing. I'm like I feel like a little twinge. Like, okay, they wanna I feel like somebody leaning on me. Like, bro, can you like kind of push it up on me? I don't feel nothing other than that. So that's where we are with the loans, right? So like I told you guys, this week has been a very crazy week. That's just one thing. So they've been blowing down my phone, Melissa's phone, texting, calling, sending emails, and I'm just like, I tried to call y'all. Now we here, so we have to deal with this as we deal with it. Now, here's what to me is crazy. Okay, so as y'all know, we have a YouTube channel. Y'all probably watching the video on there. Maybe y'all watching it on one of the streaming services like Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, right? So one of the benefits of YouTube that I've learned is it's like the reach of YouTube is amazing, right? So as some of y'all will know, the plan has always been for us to move to Atlanta. So we bought a car for Turo. We bought a car, for Turo, and we use it as our own personal car. But that was what we did to try to get some extra money for us to renovate the house, right? I put up a Turo video a couple of months ago about how we researched and found our first car. And that video started doing very well for our channel. People started watching it, subscribers, likes, views, all that good stuff. Put up a second video about our like 3 or 4 month update. It was cool. So people, watch the video and they come and find our channel. Oh, cool. I like your channel. This is dope. I like what y'all doing. A lot of people resonate with us. They resonate with the grind. They resonate with the transparency. They resonate with, they feel like they're also in the same position. They're like, okay, I'm trying to also do Turo or Airbnb or wholesale and real estate or buy a property or, sell candles or eat better or exercise, whatever. People are like, I feel what y'all doing. So we get a lot of emails, like comments, emails, things like that. So the other day, last week, we got a comment, and I'm gonna read the comment to y'all, so y'all know how this is. Like I said, the day it happened, we are still like kind of in like a, what would you call that? like when you in a, if not a fairy tale, but like something that it don't feel real.
I was gonna say kind of limbo, but
yeah, nah.
Limbo is more like a negative connotation.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like we're in like a,
the in between.
not in between, just more like we're like in a, when we find out the news that yeah.
I don't know. My body still hasn't.
Right. Exactly. That's I'm like, what would you put that? We're like in a, this is crazy, but you know, here we are. Okay. All right. So the comment started off with, he said, please guys, stop dealing with those loan sharks. He ran a medical staffing company and they were on me all the time. Better to not deal with them. Now, before I even go any further, right? There are so many ways to make money out here. It's ridiculous. Okay, absolutely ridiculous. So, medical staffing, according to him, was pretty much wholesaling people, right? So you get a contract with a business. They say, hey, we pay $20 an hour for a job. You go and find people who are credentialed for that job, and then you pay them $15 an hour, and you keep the difference. Now, I've never even heard or thought of, imagine that, which is, it's crazy. So you don't do any work. I mean, there's probably work involved. I wouldn't say that, but you're still getting paid $5 an hour to be chilling. And if you get 10 people, that's $50 an hour that you're making, which is actually kind of crazy. Let me see. What would that be? So you're making $2,000 a week, right? That's 6 figures. That's crazy. Just by hiring 10 people. So if you have 20 people working, you're making $4,000 a week, which is $200,000, if not more. It is more per year. So that's just crazy. It's crazy, right? Like that's a crazy idea to do, and you're more or less just connecting people. It's I don't know the intricacies of it and the nuances, because I know just like anything there is in life, that's gonna come with problems, or what we call the Bamboo Project effect, where if something can go wrong, it will. So that's where we come from. But I think it's a cool idea, and I think it's definitely something that Melissa and I are probably gonna do in the future.
What are you talking about?
So, but anyways, I'll finish reading the comments. Listen, I have to become a billionaire and help 1,000 millionaires become millionaires too. So he said, how much do y'all need to finish your project? Maybe we could work something out for me to help you all finish up. Love what you both are doing. Just signed a PNS, which is purchase and sale, for Subject 2 in Somerset, PA last night. Love it. How can I get in contact with you all? Right? So we got on the phone with my guy Tori, right? Bruh. I could not imagine. I'm like I said, we trying to like stay level-headed, because we're like, this is game changing, life changing. Like, we're trying to still stay like even keel. He agreed to loan us $25,000 to finish the renovation for the house. So that would cover the rest of the money that we need for the house. Now, again, here's one issue that we ran into with renovating, which we did not know beforehand. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown for people who don't know. People who have been here, y'all do know. Drawers, which are the craziest, stupid. I hate them. They're ridiculous. Okay, how they work is like this. You have a project for a house that you buy. Let's say you want to get the roof redone, right? Mind you, you got a loan from these people to pay for that, but they're gonna tell you, you pay for it first and then we pay you back. And it's like, bro, if I had the money to pay for it, I probably would have paid for it myself already. So now our problem that we ran into was this. Our line sheet for what items we had that needed to be renovated were in phases. So it would be like, okay, 20% here, 10% there, 15% there. So our budget for renovation was like $75,000. So if they want 20 or 30%, we're talking about $20,000 to almost $30,000 for the house. They have to come out of our pocket to give to the contractor. So it's like, now we're always scrambling every time to try and figure out money to get to him to finish the renovation. So $25,000 not only covers the rest of the renovation, right? It covers that. It also allows us to not have to look around and try and finesse to get more money to cover these draws, because the longer we have to look to find money, the longer the project takes. So the project, not only because of that, but it was supposed to be done in August of last year. It's about to be February and it's possibly going to be done. It's just insane. So he said, listen, you know, we could do like an interest rate where we do like, you know, 5% or something like that. And I'm like, bro, listen, if you that's all you want, I'm like, I got to give you more than 5%. Cause I'm like, I feel like this is so much of I feel like I'm stealing at 5%. I'm like, bro, I'll give you $30,000 back. Like, to me, I know the house is going to make money. I know we're going to refinance and get a good amount. So I'm not even worried about that. I'm like, I just need the house to be finished. That's all I need. I just need that to be done. So he's like, listen, I got you. He said, listen, I'm going to ask my man if he want to put in 20K. If he don't want to put in 20, I can give you the 25. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Now, here's the crazy part of all of this, right? He's like 28. And you're like, yo, you're like, what? Now, one of the things I love about, I guess, YouTube, right, is I know a lot of people, for me especially growing up, we always say things like, yo, I wish I could find a group of people that are like-minded, that are like-minded to me in that situation. And we always go like, where do you find them? Like, do you go to like a library? Do you go to like a convention? Like, if you want to find people who are like you, where would you go to find that? Or at least who are doing what you're trying to do. YouTube turned out to be that thing. So now YouTube, I put out what we're doing, and people who are like-minded go, oh, I fuck with that. Oh shit, like I fuck with what you're doing. I fuck with them. They funny, they cool, relatable, transparent. This is dope, right? So now the people that we were looking for found us, and now we could kind of connect. So me and him were on the phone for like, I don't know, like an hour and a half, 2 hours just talking. And for me personally, right, the 25K is amazing. I was gonna say it's cool, but it's more than cool. It's phenomenal. But he does subject to deals. He has done subject to deals. I think he told me he started buying property like right before the pandemic started. So he just recently got into real estate. So he's been buying properties subject to. And y'all know that I am working on these subject to deals. So let's just say, for instance, right, I told y'all from last week I have 2 deals that could possibly net 50K if I get it under contract. That right there, I could pay him. I could pay him back his 25K, have another 25 or 30K, whatever the number is, and then have another 25K for our monthly expenses and to move to Atlanta. It's just crazy, and that's if I have those 2. I have so many leads I have to call. I have some people I got to follow up with. So I'm like, if I can just get 1 or 2 of these contracts if I could just get 1 or 2 of these leads under contract, we're gonna be good. So for me, talking to him was like, yeah, 25K now is great, but if I could learn how you buy your properties, I can use that for the deals that I see, and it'll make me more money going down the line. So I'm like, if you tell me, okay, you buy property based off of this number, and you structure it like this, or you only buy properties like that, I'm like, okay, I didn't think about it from that perspective or that angle. So I'm like, would I rather that? If I had 25, like if I didn't need the 25K, I would definitely rather the information about subject to than him give me 25K for sure. Like, absolutely. Like, if I did not need the money, I'd be like, bro, I'll just keep that. Just let me talk to you about subject to and learn about it, and that's all I need. So like I said, that was a great convo. We talked for a little minute on the phone. And here's another thing I think is funny too, right? So I think that my goal is to try and be as in tune with. Now, it's going to get kind of, what do you call those words? I don't say deep. Philosophical, right? I feel like my goal is to be as in tune with what my path is, right? And the more in tune I am with it, the more I know when to sit down, when to go hard, when to, hang out with this person, don't hang out with that person, call that person, don't call that person. Be able to feel, okay, my body is telling me this, I should do go to the left. or my body telling me this, I should go to the right. Stuff like that. Like, that's where I want to get to. I want to have like the mastery control over what my intuition is. I think that's the best way to put it. My intuition. So one thing I've been working on over, the last couple of years, which I don't really have the best handle on, but I know that it exists, and I just now am trying to master it. So there are days where we feel like we're working mad hard, and we're kind of stuck at a point where we're not really sure what the next step is. Like, what do we do? And it's like, of course we could always work harder. We could always just go and do more and try and, just push forward. But what I've realized is a lot of the times for us, or not a lot, but we are able to kind of pick up on some of the times where we should just do nothing at all. Like, things are moving around that we can't control for us to be in line with whatever we're trying to do. So us trying to force something doesn't make it happen any faster. And what actually I think it does is it makes us more tired. So when actually opportunity does come up, we aren't able to have the proper energy to handle it. So why I'm bringing that up is because over the weekend, right, Melissa and I were kind of like in that state where we were like, yo, my body doesn't feel like moving. I just kind of I don't want to move. So we just decided, you know what, let's just kind of watch some One Piece. Shout out to my man Luffy. We should be watching One Piece. We watched Demon Slayer, we watched Attack on Titans, we watched Boruto. So we were just watching anime. And that was when we got the we got the comment about the 25K. And it's like, there's nothing I could have done that would have made that 25K happen. Like, there's nothing I could have forced to make that come up in that amount of time. But what I could have done was stress myself out even more over those 2 days, put myself in a bad mental state, and maybe now I don't want to get on the phone. Maybe now I lost my phone because I wasn't in a bad state. Anything. But I'm like, you know what? It's one of those days where we just need to just chill out. So that's what they're coming from that, in my opinion. Just like I said, just relaxing and that coming up. So another part of it that I think is really funny is me and him have a lot of things in common that I think are so bizarre. But it got to a point where I felt like I could name things that I knew that he probably did or was into or went to, and they were usually, well, the one time it was right. So a couple of things, like we had parents who were foster parents, who we had foster brothers, and he also took out some MCA loans. He knows somebody that took out some loans, and they were paying like 6 figures a month on the same loans that I have. And I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like that's insane. 6 figures, but you have to be making a lot, I would assume. He said he came up here to go visit someone in his family, I believe, and he said that they were going to St. John's. And I'm like, that was the thing that I said. I knew from that point, if they came up here, they were probably going to that school. The reason why I say that's because Melissa went to St. John's. So I just think it'd be hilarious if Melissa knows somebody that is associated with the person that he knows that went to St. John's. And it's like, the fact that we would end up connecting through YouTube is just so crazy to me. He's also doing Turo. Well, he does hire a car, I think he said, because he prefers that over Turo. He bought like 5 cars. He don't even see the cars no more. They just stay out. He gets paid every month, and that's it. He might clean them when they come back, whenever that is. He lets them go. So that is something that I'm thinking about also getting into. And he's bought property in the last couple of years. He said that he also did a subject too. So it's like he's either doing the things I've already done, or no, he's either doing the things I want to do, or he is trying to do the things that I want to do going forward. So I'm like, it's cool to be able to have that conversation with people. And it's not a very surface level conversation in the sense of he was able to communicate and what's that word I'm looking for? And talk deeply about subject two. Like, he's able to actually have those conversations. So it was just, like I said, it was a great conversation, and the way it even came about was just wild. So like I said, if we could secure that 25K, then as far as I know, like I said, we don't really have any other issues other than figuring out what we're going to do for our monthly expenses. Like, if we have to eat nothing And bread, I eat bread already every day anyway, so I could do that for a month. I don't know about Melissa because she's one of those, like, you know, if y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a show. It's called what's the name of that show? You call food porn? It's called food porn.
That's not the name of the show.
It's close enough. It's Shokugeki.
It is. It is Shokugeki. That's not the name.
Food Wars. So, if there's a show called Food Wars, right? It's anime, and when they eat the food, they be having like orgasms and shit in the show. They be moaning and screaming, and they dick be coming out, and the pussies be all get squeezing together and throbbing, and nipples be getting hard. All types of it's all types of wild stuff. Wild things happen, right? So Melissa is like one of those people.
That's not true.
Okay, Melissa eats food and starts like, her eyes. She got to close her eyes to eat it. She's like, oh my god, I can't talk to her while she's eating the food because she's so entrenched. She's like, the way that the flavors just come together, and then you gotta rinse your palate, try the new flavor because you don't want to mix with the old flavor. That's her, right?
I like food.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Not like
that's why. Now you're gonna lie.
Well, that part is accurate.
Yes,
but it's not shokugeki.
It is absolutely shokugeki.
Oh my god.
If you have food that tastes that good, you would do exactly what Big Mom does. You do the same thing all of them do. You be on the floor screaming, oh my god, it's food. Oh god, it's so good. Oh god, I couldn't talk to you. I wouldn't be able to talk to you if you was eating the food. I know for a fact that if you had food that tasted that good, you would be like paralyzed, 100% paralyzed. So with that being said, I think, so for me, I could eat the same food every day for the month. Give me some bread and some apples maybe, and like a snack, and I'd be straight, right? So I'm about to actually call up my credit card company and say, hey, can we get a deferment and pay y'all in like 3 months or something like that? Because I'm just trying to get, for the next 2 months, I need to get my expenses as low as possible. So honestly, I'm about to cancel every subscription. I'm about to cancel for the next month. I'm canceling everything. And they probably gonna hit me with you want to get 2 months free? Yep, give me that too. I want the 2 months for free. I want the third one. I want a discount. And right, exactly. Listen, I want all of that. For the next 2 months, we about to be in hermit mode. So like I said, I'm cool with that because I think, again, we be chilling. And like I said, once we are in tune with like knowing when to duck, when to move, it's almost like we awakened our observation hockey. My One Piece people, y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's where we are right now. We're trying to just observe and feel, and that's so February, and the house should be done February. It should be done into February, and then we got beginning of March, and then we can try to refinance and get that money back. So it's just the final stretch. We are like midway to home base, and we're about to jump and start sliding. Like, we're that close to just like try to slide to home base. That's how close we are. Now, again, like I said, we had a kind of a crazy week. So we got $7,000 from our lenders for the draw, right? For insulation. So I wanted to get that to my contractor as quickly as possible. So we drove off to Philadelphia. It's like a 2-hour drive to drop off the check, and also get some video of the house. So, there's that. Now, after talking to him, right, he obviously told me, which he had told me on multiple occasions, that the process in which we give him money is a ridiculous process, and it doesn't help with the job. It makes it a lot harder, and we shouldn't do it again. So he made it apparent to me again, that he does not like the process. And I'm like, bro, listen, if I had the money to just give to you, I would. The same way that you don't want to take your money out of your pocket and put it in there, neither do I. You know why I don't want to do it? Because I don't have it. So that's why it's not happening. So we were talking though, and like I said, right now he has money for the sheetrock. So we saw the property. The windows are in. They're still kind of blocked off, so it's not a lot of light. If y'all saw me on Instagram, y'all saw that, we saw the top floor that has some light in there. And I'm not gonna lie, it's looking kind of good. Now, curious, do you think because the how often is the master bedroom not in the back of the house? Is that common?
I don't really know. I haven't seen enough houses for me to really tell.
Because I'm thinking about this too, right? I'm like, if I'm in the master bedroom, right, I may not want to be right next to the bathroom.
That's not the master though.
Which one's not the master? The one in the back. The one in the back. The one in the front of the house is the master.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, technically, if I have a master, I'd rather be there than having it right next to the bathroom where I have to hear you go to the bathroom. I got to flush. It's right next to me.
I mean,
I'm just saying. That's what I'm thinking about. If I had a choice.
No, I think most people like having their bathroom next to the master because they get to like, if they wake up in the middle of the night, they just go in.
But it's a hallway. It's not that far. That's why I'm like,
It's not that far, but I'm saying that it's not uncommon for a bathroom to be next to or connected to the master.
No, definitely not uncommon. I'm just thinking in terms of choice. If I had to choose which room I want, would I rather be right next to the bathroom or further away? They're not connected. It's not like it's your personal bathroom. It's the house bathroom connected to that's next to your room.
Yeah.
So I'm like, for me, I don't think it's a bad idea to have it. I'm at the other end of the hallway. I was thinking about it's funny too, because if I actually live there, I'm like, I could probably sneak girls into my room, and my parents wouldn't know. I don't have to pass their room, so I could just come up the stairs and just scoop them in there. Like when we used to do back in the day when I would, bring it through the window through my house, and you would.
That never happened. So
you gonna lie, Melissa? I'm gonna tell your mom that used to climb the window to my house at three floors.
Right,
to come in my window.
Yeah.
Right. And that one time you had to jump out because my mom came in.
Yeah. Right.
Had a parachute. That's okay. I'll show the footage when I find it. So
I can see it's like a stick figure that you drew, pretending it's me.
This is Melissa. This is her parachute. This is my mom. So as far as renovation right now, we are, like I said, we are at sheetrock. So that's like, I guess that's drywall and whatnot. And then we get to painting and doing all the finishes. So we are literally at the final stages. Like, this is the part that everybody wants to do when they renovate a house. Nobody cares about the electrical. Nobody cares about the plumbing. Nobody cares about the insulation. You want to put the new cabinets in. You want to put the new bathroom vanity, and you want to put the new tiles, and you want to put all of the finishes. That's what everybody thinks about when they think about renovating a house. So we are finally at that point. Now, with that being said, we have no idea what's going on in the house at this point. So let me not say that. We have an idea of what we want to put in the house, but in terms of the specific code of material for the flooring, we don't know. Like, if we was to say, we want like gray flooring, we don't know we need the LV laminate plastic. We don't know that. We don't know that part yet, So that is what we have to do right now, is figure that out. We gotta also figure out what's crazy too. So
everything from Home Depot and Lowe's,
bruh, IKEA, facts. Don't steal on IKEA. So here's what's crazy, right? I was like, damn, the lender's only gonna give us the renovation budget only has like $25,000 left. And I'm like, we gonna renovate the whole house with finishes for $25K? I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna do that?
It's not that much finishes.
But that's not including $25K from my man's Tory.
Right.
So we have $50K to do the finishes in the house. Why don't we? Oh. Wait. I know the same person that told me earlier to have high quality materials. I know that person is not telling me right now, looking at me like I shouldn't. What yes? Okay, that's one to make sure. So we have $50,000 to do the finishes in the place. Because here's what fucked me up, right? I'm gonna tell you. So I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, okay, let's say it costs $3 to install flooring.
House only got 1,000 square feet.
That's 3,000 square feet. That's $3,000 on just flooring.
Right.
You still gotta paint. You still gotta do the cabinets. You still gotta do the lighting fixtures. You still gotta do the bathroom vanities. There's 2 of them. You gotta do the tiles in the basement. The tiles on the upstairs. So I'm like, that's not including none of that. And in my mind, it was only $25K. I'm like, how are we gonna spend $3K on that? Then $5K on the cabinets. That's not including the island or the counter or nothing like that. So I was just like, damn.
Listen, like I said, we're going to look at all the Home Depots and the Lowe's and find the nicest
and the backsplash.
Right. And we'll figure it out.
So I have pictures of my phone, what I want for the vanity. You already know me. I love high quality because I know you don't. Because now, like I said, only when Donivan wants high quality, it's like, why does people want to get high quality? Let's get the cheapest product. I know you. I know how you love to live in squalor. I know how you love to live in the hood. And that's why we bought a house in Philadelphia, because you love that kind of environment.
I can't hear you.
I know you can't, over all the loud roaches. Who told me that? I was talking to somebody at the game. He was like, bro, you bought a house in Philadelphia? I'm like, yeah. He's like, bro, they got mad roaches there, right? I'm like,
what? That's not what he said. No.
I said, what? He was like, that's why I hate Philly. I was like,
bro, they got roaches everywhere. They got roaches here.
He said Philly, he hate the roaches. And I told him it was funny that one time we went to the property, we opened the door, a roach definitely ran across the door when we was at the property.
Listen, I've seen more roaches in New York than I've seen in Philadelphia, so
well, you've been in New York longer.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just say Philadelphia got roaches. We
Listen,
got roaches
that's what he said.
I done walked down the street, done saw rats walk.
That's what he told me.
In New York, like, don't act like New York ain't, like, That's what
he said. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. But I definitely thought it was funny. So I'm like, we definitely saw a roach on the door. Where we were trying to get inside. So I was like, okay. And now we think about it, when we first bought the house, there was dead roach bodies on the kitchen counter. So, obviously there might be a lot of roaches out there. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe Philadelphia roaches are different. They probably smoke crack.
Oh my. See, this is what I was trying to avoid. Stop slandering Philadelphia like
bruh, listen. They know. Listen, I went to Kensington. I seen it. That shit looks crazy. Those 3 blocks, wow. You know that, what's it called now? Boost Mobile. Cricket Mobile. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all from Philly. Y'all seen Cricket Mobile. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Next to the train is crazy. All right. Either way. So we have $50K to do. Now, here's what I was going to say to you. I think it's crazy. So we have $50K to do the renovation, and think about how many properties you see that they don't put $50K into finishes. Why do you keep making that face? What is your face for, Melissa?
It's my face.
Why is that your face?
Because it's how my face looks.
Put your face somewhere else.
Like, you talking to me. So.
Well, put it somewhere else, because I'm like, we're gonna do the math. I'm gonna break it down, get some line items, see what we need, and then we're gonna see what the price is looking like.
We'll do the math, sure, yeah.
So, now something else happened to me over the weekend, which I thought was kind of a couple funny things. So obviously, y'all know I'm trying to get back in shape. I look like a piece of lard. Shit is crazy. Like, my stomach. Bruh, y'all, like I said, as I've gotten older, I realize I have less sympathy from people because they're also older and everybody's gaining weight. So it's like, yo, bro, that's life. I be like, no, that's not life. I should not be looking like that. I should not be this big. I have never had this much weight on me in my entire life. I be sitting down at my desk, right? I have my hand on my lap. My stomach will fall into my hand. Like, I could cup my stomach with my hand. That's crazy. Like, that's insane. If I'm sitting at the table, I try to bend down, my stomach is stopping me from bending all the way down. This is a crazy life.
You should show them what you look like this time last year.
The skinny picture? Bro, I feel on there.
It's like just a before and after. Just like...
Bro, listen, honestly, I'll show you a picture I put on the screen. But if y'all go and look at the old YouTube videos from, honestly, a year ago, I was super skinny. Like,
too skinny.
Bro, I was like
Chadwick Boseman.
Bro, he had cancer, Melissa.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You can't say that. That's not funny. Can't say that, Melissa.
That's not what I meant.
Going to hell. You're going to hell. Because he had cancer, Melissa. That's why he was skinny. You're going to hell. You're going to hell. That's what's happening. You're absolutely going to hell, Melissa. That's what's happening. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're going to hell.
I didn't mean it like that. Like, literally, if you look similar, y'all look similar.
You're going to hell. It's okay. You have to admit the fact that you're going to hell.
That's not how I meant to. You took it that way.
The only reason he was skinny is because he had cancer. That's the only reason.
They didn't say nothing for mad long. He just looked skinny. I'm saying that you looked that skinny. That's how skinny you look. We both was looking weird skinny. Like,
are you sick people with cancer look weird, Melissa?
No.
Let's see. Don't make yourself look good right now. Anyways, while Melissa's over here insulting everybody with cancer.
Donovan, don't air this. This is a PR nightmare.
What was I gonna say? You had better off look. Have you seen 50 Cent when he was skinny?
Because why he was like, well, listen, that's not good, and we stared at each other.
Like,
for you. I refuse to let you taint what I was saying. I refuse.
Okay, listen, let them decide. So, like I said, anyways, I guess I would have used personally. I would use 50 Cent in that movie he did and nobody saw. Where he
was sick.
Yes, but he was on purpose. He was fake sick. He was not real sick.
Bruh, like I said, it was. That's not how I meant it.
Mm-hmm. I know, but you know we're on YouTube now, so we about to get slandered on the shade room. So you. They about to come for you. Like I said, when we get famous, that would have ended your whole career. Whole career would have been done right there, Melissa. Whole shit done. Whole shit. You'd have been on the news. Melissa makes fun of. Oh, you would have been done.
I was not making fun. I literally said
I didn't say you were.
You were so skinny that like.
Right. Go ahead. Go finish. Keep finishing. Finish it.
It's not crazy.
Yes, it does. It does. It's not. Finish it. Go ahead.
No, that's not. It's not supposed to be a bad thing.
Which part's not bad? Which part is not bad?
It's not supposed to be. Hold on. Okay. Now we have to work through this.
Okay, let's work through this.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
What is the bad? Okay, what is the bad part? What is wrong with what I'm saying?
You saying I look like somebody that had cancer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who also passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And but you also said it as in like if it was a joke.
No, that's not what.
No, but you were saying you look so skinny.
Right.
You look
that part is where I would.
You look like Chad Boseman.
No.
And you're like, wait a minute. The guy that passed from cancer, that guy.
No, that's not what I. No.
Tragic.
No.
Tragic.
See, and that's what I said. We have to break this down because I'm.
You're right. You need to work on this. You need to figure this out. Okay, so let me explain this to you. So, here's why you can't say that. Okay, because Chad Boseman has passed away.
Right.
Everybody loves him.
Right.
He also did not tell nobody he had cancer.
Right.
But we found out he had cancer.
Okay.
So now it's one of those situations. People before were laughing like, "Damn, bro, you looking mad skinny." No, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying people before was like, "Damn, bro, he looked like he a crackhead," right?
Okay.
That's what they would say. And then it was like they found out they looked like that because he was sick. It's like, damn, I didn't know he was sick. That's crazy.
Right.
So to use him as a comparison when he's sick, that's like saying that would be like, see, now I'm trying to think of somebody. That would be like me saying.
You can't say nothing.
Bruh, I was gonna say, I don't.
But like that's not a thing where it's like I'm not making fun of him being skinny. He was skinny, like that's a fact.
Yes.
And you were skinny, so the person that came to my mind was him because he was super skinny.
Yes, because he had cancer.
I understand that. I understand.
Yes. Listen, it is what it is.
That's the other person in my head that reminds me of what you looked like at that time. I don't know what to say. Like that's not. I didn't say it because I didn't say it to make him the butt of the joke. It's literally like that's what you look like. I don't know what else to.
Listen. I know what you meant. I know how my girlfriend operates. I don't know if you know that many people who are very skinny like that. So it's getting your mind first. That's fine. I just think that YouTube gonna slaughter you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully the people from before come to your defense and they be in the comments helping you out. But when we get famous and rich, slaughterhouse. They gonna pull us up. And here's a PR what you call it? What would you call that? Like a PR. How you get out of this, right? Boom. First of all, you never ever apologize. Absolutely, you never do. Not even that. You never. I would say never apologize. I would say that's not what I meant. If you want to take it like that, that's on you. But I'm not gonna apologize.
That's not what I meant. And if you're gonna take it like that, that's on you.
That's what I would say, because at that point it's like, okay, you say y'all want to take it like that. That is what it is. Because at that point, if you would have said I like chicken, Someone could be like, wow, Melissa, so you don't like cows? You are so prejudiced against cows. And you're like, all right, bro, that's what you want to take it as. I'm not going to fight you on that. But best and guarantee, if we had 1 million subscribers, you'd be in the shade room tomorrow. 100%. 100% on the shade room. And honestly, you might be on Twitter too. They might be on Twitter like, you might be trending. Absolutely probably be trending for that. But either way, that's the point of this. I will put up as a courtesy to my girlfriend, I will put up a picture of me where I was super skinny in my house, and y'all can see the comparison from then to now. It's a crazy picture, and it's a wild life that I live, and bro, I'm telling you, I will never forget. Oh my God, that's one of the most embarrassing pictures. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not embarrassed by it, but I think it's really funny. So how do we get to that? Oh, I forgot how we got to that. Oh, I was talking about playing basketball. That's all I was saying. How much weight I've gained and stuff like that. So now, yeah, that's crazy. Yes, listen, that's crazy. Honestly, yeah, some of the thumbnails had me being skinny too. That's one of the thumbnails.
This is what it was about.
Yeah.
He was promoting health.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll put it on the screen. Send that to me. Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, I think in the last 2 years, I went from withering away to like can't get out the bed without my back hurting or sneezing. I'm gonna throw my back out trying to sneeze. Oh my God, it's tragic. And even right now, I'm holding my stomach is in my hand. Like I can hold my stomach with 2 hands like this. Like this is crazy. I've never been able to do this before.
This is like somebody photoshopped your arm to be.
Look at my face. It was listen. Like I said, all I know is, all right, we're gonna keep it a buck. All right, keep all that same energy when I look like a snap. When I'm out here looking like, damn, look at his arms. Watch me. I'm about to get right. When we get to Atlanta, I'm getting right. Okay. But the reason why I was even talking about this, I played basketball over the weekend. I look crazy in the video. I'm gonna put some of those clips on here. As you guys may or may not know, we do have what is called the Bamboo Project Sports. I do intend to buy a sports team, preferably a basketball team, probably only a basketball team in the future. So I'm kind of building my way towards that, and I record the games that we play now. So I used to. So I'm getting back into that. I haven't played basketball in a while. Over the weekend, I played basketball twice. Once on Saturday, then once on Monday. Like I said, I have not played basketball 2 days in a row in mad long, and I just look like an old head at the park. Like I just look so bad. I'm like, why do I run like that? Why do I run the way I run? It be looking crazy. I said, I'm very analytical, and like I look at myself, I'm like, my arm should move like this, my leg should move like that. Why does my ankle move like that? That's just how my brain works. So the funniest thing to me about the whole weekend was when I pulled up kind of late, like well, not I'm late, but I pulled up when the game started because Waze had me fucked up. We're not gonna get into that though, but I pulled up and someone was like, yo, did you make a video about Turo on YouTube? I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm famous. Like obviously now I'm Will Smith. Like listen, here's how I feel. Like now I've become a superstar on YouTube. That's how I felt in my head. I was like, yo, now I'm like, it was just crazy. Like I was like, yo, this is crazy because we're still a very small channel. And the fact that YouTube was able to reach somebody that is still within the circle of people that know of people that we know, because he was friends with the guy that invited me to play basketball. So I just think it was crazy that he watched the video. Like it's a weird feeling. People who have done it already will understand it, and people who haven't, it's kind of hard to explain. But like, it was cool to me. Honestly, I want a picture with him because I felt like, yo, this is the first person ever seen a video on YouTube. Like that's a milestone that we have for us. It's like, okay, make X amount of dollars. You know, I wanted to get it big enough where like, okay, we're outside. It's recognizable. We can be seen. People know who we are. So like I said, that's part of it. It was just a whole crazy. It was a crazy thing, but he's mad cool. But he was actually on my team. So shout out to him, Jeffrey, I believe his name was. Yeah, shout out to Jeffrey, my guy. He's out there getting buckets over the weekend, and we got some more games coming up. So I'm gonna try and put up those games. I want to record them and start putting them up on the channel. Oh, you're right. My bad. My girlfriend's gonna record them and I'm gonna edit them, put them on the channel. So listen, here we get in there. We get in there. Like I said, the videos is going up, subscribers going up, YouTube going up, money going up, debt going super high. You know, facts. Can you scroll up a little bit? I almost forgot one thing.
There's nothing. Scroll up.
Oh, you didn't write it down?
There's nothing there.
That's crazy. I thought I've been reading shit this whole time.
There's nothing there.
What the fuck? My brain. How'd that happen? I swear I was going down the list.
It's empty.
You deleted it.
It's empty. It's been empty. There's nothing there.
What? That's crazy.
And honestly, I think you're like an hour and 5.
So the last couple things, for life update, because like I said, this week it was a crazy week. I didn't really listen to the last podcast. I didn't want to edit it, so I didn't write episode playback. Donovan's question, I do have one that I want to ask y'all, and then the last couple things will be just a life update. So shout out to my guy Namaya. He was telling me about the debt consolidation guy. So he has a lawyer, and or I guess an attorney, whatever, they buy bad debt. So they would buy my debt with the MCA loan, and I would pay them back every month as opposed to every day, and it would be at a discount and low interest rate. So it would be less money I got to pay back over time, less money I got to pay back every month, and I don't have to pay it back every single day. So I'm looking to do something like that because we're gonna have the money. I know for a fact we're gonna have the money, whether I get some wholesale deals, whether the house and start doing Airbnb, whether we sell the house and make $340 on it, that could be a thing too, whether we refinance to get the money out. I know for a fact I'm gonna have the money to pay off the loans. It's just I'm not gonna have it when they want me to have it. So that is an option for us. And then the last two things for life update. So right now, currently, the car registration was actually suspended. So yeah, we thought we evaded it, but now they want $520. So Melissa's license is not suspended, so that's kind of good. But our registration for the car is. So I don't know which one is worse. I think I'd rather
suspended, or I guess it's like, I hate New York. They want, for the 58 days that we thought we had insurance that just wasn't taken in New York, they basically want back pay for that time period. Yeah.
So they want $520 for that, which, as you know, we kind of hurting for money right now. So that's a big hit that's coming in. So she's like, damn, this shit rough. So I'm trying to get the deferment, but I was saying I think it would be even better if her license was suspended and not the car, because at least I could drive her somewhere. But it's like, the car can't be driven.
They wanted all of that. They wanted my license. They wanted.
But they didn't though. They only suspended the car.
They were suspending the registration either way.
But I'm saying which one would have been better. If they would have said, we're going to take your license and not the registration, that would have been better.
That was an option though.
But they give you back your license.
What do you mean?
Your license is not suspended. Right. That was going to be suspended.
They were going to do both.
I know that. And I'm saying that it would have been better if they would have just kept the license suspension and not the registration suspension. They end up keeping one out of the two.
Okay.
If they would have switched it, that would have been better. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because at least I can still drive the car and take you somewhere if you got to go to the store with your mom, whatever. But now it's like, the car should not be driven. So, there's that. So, that's, the Bamboo Project effect. It is the price that we pay to become billionaires. That's what we've learned recently. And it is what it is. We chilling. And then the last thing for life update was we got another Turo booking. So so now we have to pay for the car, because otherwise we're going to lose that booking. It's like a 3-day booking. I think about to make $217 on that. He got like a prepaid gas fuel. This is our 8th trip, so we're excited. I'm excited for that. We have to get an inspection too before then, because Turo has said that if we don't get that inspection, the car can't be listed on Turo anymore. So we got to get that covered over the week. But it's part of running the business. Everybody that listens and watches the podcast and the Turo videos, I always say this: we got this car to teach us about Turo. So now that we know a lot about how Turo works, and people have been kind of letting us know, like, yo, have you thought about this strategy and that strategy? Some people have said, like, yo, try what we're doing right now is, someone said to take off your 3-day minimum and then only take off your 3-day discount and then only have a only have a 2 or 3 day minimum, I think they said, like something like that. And then I was listening to somebody else yesterday. What's his name? Let me see. It was Vladimir. Was it Vladimir? I think he was saying to like I'm trying to understand it still. He was saying that I should increase the overall price because people like seeing a discount on Turo. So just raise the price higher so that my day rate is like 130 or 120, I guess. So yeah, like I said, that's what he's trying to do. And then he would get discount. So you would still be paying $75, but it just looks like you got a discount on it. So that's something that I thought was interesting too. Now, the last thing I want to ask is a life or Donovan's question. Over the weekend, Melissa's friend had put it onto a new term. Okay. This new term is called courtesy flushing. Now, I have never heard this in my life before. First time I've never even heard the phrase, never seen it before. Didn't think it existed. Don't know why people even do this. So courtesy flushing is when, and I got 2 things for that reason, honestly, which is, I got more questions. So courtesy flushing is supposed to be what you do, or courtesy flushing is when you are sitting on a toilet, you're taking a shit, and after every shit that come out, you flush the toilet. Right? That's pretty much how that works. Now, I personally I would never do that. But the argument against it, for it was, you don't want to sit there with the whatever stewing, I guess the fumes coming up back into you or something like that. There was that. And then what I don't understand now, my question is, who's a courtesy towards?
All the people involved.
Like in the house, or like, because I'm trying to figure out like who am I being courteous to? Because the people also, what I like to do, I do like a courtesy pee sometimes. I've gotten over as I gotten older, but I used to pee on the inside the toilet bowl, so it don't make as much sound. That's what I used to do. I don't want nobody to hear me peeing. That's kind of rude. But then as I got older, I'm like, listen, I'm a grown ass man now. I'm gonna pee in the water. That's where it's supposed to go. So that's what I've been doing now. But I'm wondering, even with flushing the toilet after every time I use it, like while I'm still sitting there, to me seems crazy. Cause I'm like, what if it splashed back up inside you? That's crazy. Like, you don't really avoid the sound. Do you time it so that it flushes at the same time? No. Do you stand up? Because I was saying to Melissa, right? I'm like, do you flush the toilet and then stand up so that the water don't hit you? And if you do that, you still have it you still have some inside you. So are you holding it together? You squeezing your butts together and then sit back down and go again, do that again? Like, that's the whole process to me just seemed crazy. So I've never heard of it. If y'all know about it or have done it, what is the reason why? Because I'm very curious. This is new to me. So like I said, that's pretty much my thing for that. But we will be back here next Tuesday. You can find all of our behind the scenes content on our social medias. Mine is DonivanGray, DonivanGray, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, AnetaBurn, AnetaBurn. All right, you know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2022. It's going to be a movie. All right, and with that being said, Bamboo Project out.